It's been so long, I'm missing you, baby. Been so long, I'm missing you, baby. Ooh. I won't be neglected, and I won't be denied the pleasure of your kisses, the pleasure of your smile. Okay, I love that song. I think I'm gonna play it after that. I just was only gonna sing the first two verses. Lines? Whatever. Talisa Ray, where you been? Girl, on vacation. I know I came back from Hawaii, then turned around and went to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Then came back and turned around and went to San Francisco so I could go wine tasting. Listen, it's been a long, long time. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray. I'm still a lifestyle coach. We are reviewing Married at First Sight, season number 12? 13. I'm back at that, like not knowing which season we on because I've been gone. But I do know that it's episode number 8, and it's family and friends and feelings. Oh my, honey, shoot. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and do 7 and 6. I did watch 7 and 6. Maybe we'll do a live and we'll just talk about 6, 7, 8 together. 6, 7, 8, and 9, because 9 is on Wednesday and you're getting this on Tuesday, the day before. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, I go couple by couple, not scene by scene, because it is easier for my spirit, okay? Easier for me. Hopefully you can follow along. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't even know if my lighting is right. Took me a minute to try and remember how to set up, like, child. We're gonna start off with Rachel and Jose. And you know, the way I feel about Jose is that he just wants to be in control. Like, he needs to have specifically the finances in a neat box, packaged and delivered the way he wants it to. He is unwavering in his joint account. Give me all the money and let me pull and manage from there. He does not know compromise. And if he has not noticed, in the 2 weeks that he has been with his wife, she likes her autonomy. He's gonna end up pushing her all the way away with this unwavering, unrelenting behavior surrounding finances. I mean, you even saw all of this in their plant shopping. Like, that would have got on my nerves. I love plants. Have y'all seen my plants? My babies? They're all named. I was sad when I came back and one of them is almost dead. 2 of them is almost dead because them kids didn't water them. Like, my heart aches. So for him to want to control that, I'd be like, sir, we need 2 of these. You can pick your 3, I can pick my 3. We'll figure it out in the kitchen. Like, but you know, in the next breath, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe he's just particular. Do you guys feel like Jose is controlling? Not even, let's not say controlling, but wants to be in control of everything. And I don't know, for me, it's a sign of, is he going to want to control the activities that you do with your friends? That whole thing with the alarm clock a couple episodes ago. And I don't know how many of y'all snooze your alarm clocks, but I know I do. I don't set 3, but I snooze 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. And how you gonna be mad? How you gonna want her to change that? So I don't know, it could be a red flag. It could be something that she needs to pay close attention to, set her boundaries around it and stick to them, right? He has the set of expectations, and so should she. So my question again is, do you think that he is controlling? Is he trying to control her, or just the situation and the finances? We see them at the housewarming, and again, it's just the same conversation about finances. And I was kind of rubbed the wrong way when he said something to the effect of, I wouldn't be where I was if I was just single and traveling and hanging out with my friends and wasting my money. Like, for me, that was a low-key dig on her, because she was enjoying her life, creating memories. Some people save money, some people create memories. I'm a create memory kind of person, but I also try and tuck a little away, right? Because, you know, life happens. Not only that, but you're going to retire eventually, right? So, I mean, they have to come to a compromise. Even his mother, in the conversation with her friend and his mother, the mother said what? You have to, wait, hold on. Don't give up all of your control. They both see that he is, you know, the mother and father, see that he is very much so straight line. This is the way this should go, etc. But the mother even knows that this is a bit too much. And if he doesn't learn how to compromise on these things, that it's going to be a problem. And I really wrote down, he does not know compromise for him to say that this is a deal breaker for him. Well, you wanting to control everything could be a deal breaker for Rachel. And the best thing for me is that y'all need to, I always tell y'all, you need to have 3 accounts minimum. 3 minimum. One, which is a household account. You guys determine the fraction, the percentage of what goes into it, who gives what, and then whatever's remaining goes over into your personal accounts. Yes? Like, that way you still have your autonomy, but you're also contributing, Rachel. That's easy. That works cohesively and collaborates for the both of you. Like, I think it's crazy. 4 accounts, if you want to be honest. So it's a house checking account and a house savings account, or a family checking account and a family savings account. And then you have your money and I have mine. Like, I don't know. Y'all, that's pretty much all I had on them, except for when we start talking in the group. But we'll get to that in a moment. Shall we continue? Zack and Micaela. This is a disaster. It's not even waiting to happen because it has happened. And I know y'all want to know how I feel about that tantrum she threw. You know, let's just talk about it really quickly. I feel like she's bratty, okay? I also feel like she needs to learn how to manage her emotions. When he left and didn't say anything, which he should have provided a note, a text, or something, her reaction of like throwing whatever that was down, storming out and leaving, was unacceptable for someone who was in a marriage and claims that they're ready and they want it to work. He was at fault and so was she. And he is like unforgiving, right? He doesn't know how to move past things. He just stays on something and stays on something and stays on something until you don't know what to do. Neither of them are ready for marriage. As much as I love black love and as much as I want things to work out for Micaela and Zack, this is not going to be it. This relationship is already headed down the drain quickly. And I don't know, do some of you think it's because they had sex too soon? Do you feel like that was the downfall of it all? You know, bratty, baby sister throws temper tantrums. And Zack has been coddled too much. He's very sensitive. He also needs to know how to manage his emotions. But just really quick on this episode, he talks about his red flags. That this is a red flag, the way that her outburst. After they had that conversation, remember about how they would argue and no one would storm out and leave, and she goes and she storms out and she leaves. Like, you contradicted yourself. You did exactly what you said you don't do, right? And so instead of staying there and dealing with what the issue was, and I'm really upset that the black people last time and this time, this is the behavior that we are exhibiting when we're saying we want to be married, that we're ready for such a thing. You know, he's sharing this with his good friend, Jovan, was that his name? I don't remember. But I think also what he said was the thing that took him over the top after they reconciled with Pastor Cal was the fact that she said that she was going to cancel the housewarming. And I guess her logic behind that was because things weren't, you know, where she thought that they should have been. The one thing I know about communication is that it needs to flow, that it has to happen. And if you're feeling a way about anything that has occurred, it is your responsibility to be your advocate. Not to assume that he knows how you feel or how she knows how you feel. not to make any assumptions. You have to share what you were feeling so that people can have a clear understanding. And I think part of their issue was they did not have that honeymoon. They have been apart for 10 to 14 days because of his COVID, right? Because he caught the virus. So they were apart and they didn't have the time to bond and have fun. They are just thrusted into this whole marriage thing that neither of them are really ready for. So this is a whole big mess. Now, one thing I do want to say about that I do agree with Zack. He said that the issue was too minor, too minute, too small for her to have such a huge reaction. And if this is going to cause that, then what is it going to look like in the future? We saw a little bit of it. Y'all saw a little bit of it. You know, when they first did the preview, when they holding her back or some shit. I don't know what's happening. But I can't wait to continue to watch and see how it unfolds. But I also think that for it to be so minor, as he said, he's holding on to it and not releasing it and not having a conversation. I do commend him and her a little bit, this much, for having a conversation after the housewarming in the kitchen. When I talk about the housewarming, one thing I do want to say is that Micaela did admit that she cannot be vindictive. So her saying, oh, we're not going to do the housewarming was her being vindictive. I mean, and then I think about the timeline. So you woke up at 7, he was gone. You woke up at 7:30, he was gone. He says he came back at 9:15. So you didn't even smolder over it. But listen, he didn't call, he didn't text, he didn't do nothing. What was you doing, Zack? Everybody knows that there should be some type of communication, specifically early on. I don't know. It's so much happened in those 3 episodes, and now I'm trying to just condense all my thoughts into this probably 45-minute video. Stay with it, because we can have a conversation. We can have a conversation and we can talk about all of this openly, and y'all can join me. How does Friday sound? Does that sound cool? Friday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? What'd you think? Maybe? Let me know with a thumbs up or a comment below. So now both Zack and Micaela wanted to speak to the other's friends. While listening to them, what they're sharing with the friend is what they should be sharing with their spouse, is what they feel. How do I navigate this, right? How do I, move through her blow-ups? And her friends, Courtney and, I don't remember the other girl's name, but I was a little impressed by Courtney. They said that that's not who she is. That's not her personality, that she's very level-headed. She admits that she's not in relationships. And then, listen, with Pastor Cal, that whole abandonment issue is showing up. Like, she's got trauma and healing work that needs to occur for her to really be happy with herself. And then be able to join with someone, and their happiness together just ignites and grows, right? But that's not what I want to talk about. I do want to say that the friends, what's his name, Javon? I don't know. Jerron gathered them together, and Courtney gathered them together in a way that I felt was purposeful. Like, let me help my friend. Purposeful, received. I feel like maybe it was received well. Specifically when Jerron shared that, listen, hey, Zack is not, this is a red flag. Firecrackers ruined his last relationships, not being able to communicate, and if you have something to say, please share your feelings, but in a calm manner. Listen, not all the time can we be calm, but we can walk away from something and come back and be able to articulate ourselves. Like, I feel like they both went wrong. She went wrong by storming out, and her reaction is due to his actions of not texting. I don't think they either calling or communicating. I think neither one of them handled that well. I think I said that before, but I'm gonna say it again. But Courtney, so Zack was low-key, kept bringing up, well, how are we gonna move forward, and how are we gonna have children, and how are we, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do X, Y, and Z with her. Like, she was like, but you don't even know her. Sir, you don't know her. Y'all had sex, y'all got married, y'all had sex. Y'all flew on a plane, you got COVID. Y'all were separated, y'all came back together and have been together for 2 days, okay, 3 days, one of which was a bomb, right? Like, so you don't know her. And maybe the experts need to be saying, let's play get to know you games when shit gets uncomfortable. Let's be able to sit everything out on the table. And when he said to her in the kitchen, I did not want to come back here. I was anxious, very anxious. Didn't want to come back here. I was uncomfortable. I didn't want to come back here. My anxiety was acting up. I didn't want to come back. Like, all I could think about is he's already closed off the idea of them being able to move forward. He acts like he's been in like domestic situations, very volatile, very toxic, very heated situation. That's how he appears to me. Like he's that much scared. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He gives me like the anxiety is like triggering for him. I don't know. He has his own trauma that he needs to deal with. These two people are not ready to be married or be together. He even shares he does not think that he can move forward. And what we focus on grows. And he is focusing on what has happened in their situation. And he's closed off. I don't think that he's going to be able to recover from this. You guys, let me know down below in the comments what you think about them. What I know is that she's emotional. And he gives up very easily. However, you need to stick to your boundaries, your expectations. And if this is something you can't deal with, then I don't know. They both need to learn how to manage their emotions and how to have a conversation. The basic, back to listening and understanding, hearing what the person has to say. You can see when he was saying that he didn't want to stay at the apartment and she was like, well, I understand, I guess, right? When he said that, you could see that she had begun to get frustrated again. High emotion. She was about to cry. So all of that, you can see that she's also highly sensitive. Highly sensitive people go high. Sometimes there's never like a lull if you don't know how to manage your emotions. You're either high happy or high angry, expressing yourself. And it's something that you have to work on, because it goes, I'm happy or I'm angry, and it could actually make you appear to be bipolar when you're actually not. You're just very emotionally high strung. Okay, that's enough about them. Then it took up too much time. They both have work to do. And I'm sad to say that I don't think that they're going to move any further. That this is going to be their merry-go-round for the next few weeks that we're together. Let's talk about Gil and Myrla. So y'all remembered her name, how to say it correctly, because it's been a while. Been so long. Anyway, so I'm going to say this. Myrla has grown on me a bit. I actually kind of like her a lot. Even though she does have all of these, like, all of these, I don't want to use words, the same words, boundaries and expectations, but that she complains a lot and what she's not going to do. Dang it, what's the right word? Like, she has, not preferences, but it could be preferences, but she has a lot of things that are meticulous that she needs. She also has like this and this and this and this, and I don't like this and I don't like that. And it seems like she doesn't like a lot of stuff because that's what she's vocalizing versus vocalizing what she doesn't like or what she likes and then what she doesn't like, right? Like, learning how to do that would benefit her, but she's actually growing on me. And it's because she is very much so disciplined. She knows exactly what she wants. And sometimes being unwavering is a good thing. Like, I'm not gonna settle for what I don't want and what won't work for me and what is not part of my plan. Now, she could give a little, right? She could stretch a little, but I actually like that about her. I actually like that she knows what she wants and she knows where she's going and that she's disciplined enough to know how to get there. Like, she is not operating off of her emotions. she is managing the entire fuck out of them. I think Micaela could probably learn something from Myrla. We wanted people in their 30s, honey, and they gave us some people in their 30s. We're looking at Myrla and Gil. So they go over their budget together, and one of the things that stuck out is the fact that she was like, I don't have a grocery budget. And he was shocked, like, mine is $150 every 2 weeks. Listen, my grocery bill ain't that. I might spend, for me and the two boys, maybe $350 a month on groceries. Sounds like a little, but it works out perfectly. But hearing her say, like, in 1 month, that was probably about $600 in groceries. That's because she's buying healthy food. Y'all know healthy food costs so much more money than you going over to your warehouse grocery store. The quality of the food is higher, so it's more expensive. You know, I don't know if y'all got a Trader Joe's and a Whole Foods and those kind of places where it's organic. She's probably only buying organic food. You know what I'm saying? So that's why her budget is so, she doesn't have one. And remember, she was a single woman, so she didn't need a budget. I could do what I want when I want. That whole autonomy thing that I love so much about her and in real life. They share bank account information, and we can see who saves money. Like, don't judge me because I spend this money on the things that I love. Do you see? I don't believe in incurring or carrying debt, and I don't believe in not saving. He talked about all his savings was in 401k and in Colombia. But guess what? We can't touch the money in Colombia, though, because it must have been a good amount, but they can't touch it, okay? Oh, I wrote a question. How often do you revisit your budget? How often? How often do you go and tweak it and change it? Is it only when you get raises? Is it only when you get a new job? How often do you do it? And how important is a budget to you? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm going to do a no spend November. I keep telling myself that. But one of my good Judy's, her birthday is in November. So maybe I can pull her money out in October. Would that count? I guess that wouldn't be considered no spend. I'm going to figure it out because I cannot not celebrate her. Nevertheless, I do think one of the biggest things that's going to be an issue is hype. She don't like no dog. She don't like him slobbering. She don't like him. She don't like no dog. The end. Don't want to walk him. Don't want to touch him. Nothing. So, you know, he talks about what happened when the fellas and the ladies go and they get grouped together and have a conversation. But we'll get to that in a moment because it can all just roll into one. But when he called his mother on FaceTime for her, and it was the first time that they met, my heart, oh, the interaction, even though we only saw a little bit, I'm sure it was quite lengthy. Okay, maybe have been 20 minutes, but the joy that was exuding from his mother was so huge, so amazing. I was just happy for it. And because the mama couldn't be there at the, you know, she couldn't be at the wedding, and so this was their first time meeting, and it just makes me think, how important is meeting family and friends to you? How long is too long? How long before you think you should meet your boo, your bae, your love interest, your significant others, family and friends? How long? And does that make you feel like they care for you when you start to meet family and friends? I think that it's important. I do think that it's important. I don't have to meet them right away, but if I mean anything to you, I should eventually be meeting people that mean something to you, right? That's how I feel. Y'all let me know how you feel down below in the comments. What's his friend? I don't know, I can't think of his friend's name, but his wife, first off, she talked too much. She monopolized the conversation a lot. She had lots of insight, good insight and questions, but damn, she was talking a whole bunch of a lot. She said that they have the same temperament, and that they seem like they work well together. Now, I'm gonna agree. They do seem to have the same temperament. Very much so, easy going, flowing conversations, okay? Conversations. Because she's not all easy going. Like, he's super patient with her. And And honestly, her temperament is not to get upset and blow up when he says something that she doesn't like. So that kind of makes them have the same temperament. We find out that it was an exercise from Pastor Cal that made them show each other their bank accounts. Looks like they passed it with flying colors. Is that the right saying? We found out. So when Myrla says, I'm not changing my lifestyle for someone else, he was offended. He is offended. He was looking for her to say, I'm going to compromise. And Myrla was like, I'm not changing my lifestyle for anyone. That is a deal breaker for her. Y'all understand why it is though. Like, I started from the bottom, now I'm here. Like, you don't struggle like that and then get to the place where you can shop, you know, 2-3 times a year and spend thousands of dollars with no hesitation, without hard work. She don't want to be in the gutter no more. And I've come to realize, you know, that's a thing. And she shouldn't have to be in the gutter if she can afford to care for herself. But compromise is so important. Compromise is so important. Maybe instead of 3 times a year, she goes twice a year, right? And him being so like a stickler on her, worrying about her wardrobe and stuff, maybe he needs to pull up, because that's a bit of a dig. He talks about it all the time because it bothers him. And is it bothering him because he can't provide that for her? I don't think so. But maybe it is. I don't know, y'all. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. They share that they've had lots of snuggles but no kissing. Kissing is so huge to me. It is a major part of a relationship to me. Because if you're not a good kisser, I might try and, you know, adjust or teach you how to kiss more on my level of kissing. But kissing is so important. It's so intimate to me, right? And maybe that's why Myrla is not kissing Gil, because it is very intimate and she's trying to keep her mind clear and focused on getting to know him, because they have intimate moments. They both said that they were attracted to one another, you know, once or twice, maybe 3 times. So I feel like that might be the thing. He said that's his deal breaker though. We're getting divorced if you don't kiss me by 8 weeks. And her deal breaker is money. Myrla's friend said he's never seen her in the 10 years he's known her be intimate or affectionate, no PDA. She also seems like a very private person. She says she's an introvert, and she's private, and she's disciplined, and she has expectations. She knows what she wants and how to get it. She is a climber. I mean, like I said, there are things about Myrla that she could probably change. Compromise on. We can find compromises in everything. Commitment, communication, compromise. The one that they're missing is the compromise, right? So, I don't know. I think that the two of them are going to say yes as long as she gives him a kiss, because they do seem genuinely connected. And that's what she wants. Not just to be attracted, but to have a connection, which is definitely 2 different things. Being connected to someone and being attracted to someone feels differently. Let's go on to Ryan and Brett, okay? I think along with Myrla and Gil, I'm pretty hopeful for the 2 of them. We see Ryan talking to his friend, I think his name was Fernando, about Brett. He says very nice things about her, that they communicate well, that he's attracted to her, that he likes her. He also shares that, of course, that they have not had an intimate moment. I don't know if it was here or later that he said that they need to move from the friend zone to more of a, you know, a relationship place. I don't know if it was here or if it was later. But he also said that she is high strung, high stress, high anxiety. Plus, you know, learning all this stuff, or getting all this stuff, getting acclimated to this new lifestyle is a lot. So it's very much so a lot of energy that he has to deal with. He kind of pointed out how her reaction when she saw the manatee when they were kayaking. Baby, let me tell you, I would have had the same response. I would have been excited to see it, but also been like, okay, that's enough. I don't like it. I don't like it, for fear that the manatee big ass would come and flip me over. All kind, like, that would be my level of anxiety. But like her, I push through a lot of things that I would normally not do. She expresses that she's attracted to him and that he is attracted to her when she's talking to her friend. At the housewarming party, I think this was the most easygoing. I think they did it the right way by playing a game, by having alcohol. Most of the people, or all of the people there, were married at different stages of life, so that was also a good way for people to provide advice, because they're coming from a place of knowing we've been married X number of years or months or whatever it was. But I really think that the game helped loosen people up. And I always think that that might be like games, right? Show personality, make people comfortable and relaxed. You get to know people. I like that Brett shows confidence. When one of his friends said, tell us about the one that got away. Baby, I'm the one that got away. I agree completely. Because if someone asked me, I would be like, it's me. I'm the one that got away. It's me. They're missing out on me and who I am. And all of this fabulous wonderfulness that is me. They lost, not mine. I ain't pondering, pining, wishing, or crying that I be with any of them people that I was with in my past. They served their purpose. The lesson was learned, right? They were here for that. I'm so much better because of all those failed relationships. What we did find out, though, is that Ryan is sensitive. One of his friends said, do you feel like you're like walking, like you have to be careful of the things that you say? Kind of walk on eggshells? Who wants to do that? Oh, I can't wait till that comes up. But they do seem to be really relaxed and really able to have a conversation. So now I guess it's time to move from friend zone to maybe something more. So that she can see, like, we need to figure how I'm gonna get to see if I got to tiptoe through the window. You know what I'm saying about conversations. But because they are setting a really good, friendly foundation, I think that they may be okay. I thought that he didn't like her, but now I'm starting to see that that's just part of who he is, right? And I wrote down, I just want her to sit straight up, because she sits like this. I want her to sit up. Pull your shoulders back. Sit up. That's really a telltale sign of confidence. How you hold the way you carry yourself. Surefire sign. Even if people are faking it. How I stand, the way I talk, how I present myself when I walk into a room is all evidence of the confidence that I carry. So, let's talk about our last couple, Bao and Johnny. Oh, I think we all were hopeful for Bao and Johnny, but I feel for Bao. I feel for Bao, and I feel like Johnny is an asshole. Like, Johnny is nitpicking on every little thing. He would like her at first. He liked her before she snored. He liked her before she found out that she don't take a shower every day. That showers aren't important. I mean, he is digging at her. He was like, you know, when she tries to come on to me, it just seems childish and I'm not attracted to that. And I looked at it and I was like, it's cutesy. It's cutesy. She's meant to be cutesy, right? Like, he's just nitpicking at every little thing. He is not ready to be married. You know, you was crying and carrying on because your dad didn't give his approval, and he knew what he was talking about. It's you. It didn't have nothing to do with the woman you was getting ready to marry. It was all about you, Johnny. All of it was about you. Bao shares that she feels like he's dismissive. Like he doesn't, you know, the things that are important to her, he doesn't care. Like the snoring thing. That was a very good opportunity to become close. But for him, he saw it as an argument. Is that an argument to y'all? Like, I don't, that's not an argument to me. Arguments are back and forth, people not understanding. I understood what she said. I'm a snorer. But I tell people from jump, I snore. Sounds like a motorcycle and a diesel truck married together, got a divorce, and then somebody got together with a bear. Like, I tell you. And if I'm tired, it's worse. Pretty girl snore. Says me. Like, I feel like that was the downfall of them. And she's all in. He is saying all kinds of things that would make me walk away, that would shut me down. Okay, so like, I'm a little immature, I guess. Sometimes I be listening like I would be having to work through the shit, right? Like I wouldn't be able to take it with a grain of salt, water off a duck's back the way Bao is. It would take me a moment, a day or two. When he was like, I need to go and I need to go stay at the apartment. I can't stay here. I need to reset. She handles all of this stuff with grace. Even though you can see like, she's very stoic face. You can see her making like little faces. But when she gets excited, she gets excited. And he's a bit much. And no, y'all, I did not watch any, whatever it's called. I can't think of the name of it. But it's the after show for Married at First Sight. And I haven't watched any of it. I wrote down, Johnny is in his head. And I wrote it again. What we focus on grows, and he's only focusing on the negative things that are happening. Not the things that are going well, just the things that are going badly. When we see him later, like he's just not ready to be married. He's in turmoil over things that he shouldn't be. He's not just taking the opportunity to get to know her like he should. At the housewarming, Bao doesn't feel good about what she heard. When he came back from being with the fellas, he told her, I don't think I'm ready to be married. I thought I was ready, but I'm not. Bao understood it, and you know, she said she felt it in her spirit herself. And now he's confirming it, and that's pretty hard. So at the housewarming, she's not feeling so great, right? Like I said, she's not feeling so great. When she sits with the friends, she's like, I'm 100% in, and I think he's 90%. Baby, he's not even 50% in. He says that he's 65% after he goes all around the mulberry bush, the monkey chases the weasel. He finally comes back and says he's 65%. I don't even think he's 50% in. He says that he needs the intimacy and the closeness, and he'll know. He's not even committed to the process. Like, at least that's what you hear some people say, well, I'm committed to the process. I'm going to see it through. Like, I really feel like Johnny has checked out. Just like Zack. Johnny is like, I'm done. It's okay. Never mind. But the one thing I can say is that he does share with her how he's feeling. So I commend him for that. That's very honorable, respectful of him to share. That way she can make an informed decision, because she's all the way in. And what I do also know is that she articulates herself very well, communicates her emotions very well, manages her emotions so well that it might be too much, but I like it. I like that she's able to take what he's saying and process it. It doesn't seem like she's holding it in, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. She's a fighter. So let's just talk about the group meetup really quick, and then we can be done. I mean, it's been 40 minutes already. Jose has definitely new relationship energy. You know, that butterflies, that lustful energy. He's so excited. I think that he misses that he's so excited on being in a relationship, and this attraction, this chemistry that they have, that he's not hearing his wife saying the things that she does not like. And so he's missing or not understanding what she's communicating to him. He's high up on new relationship energy. Micaela lies and verbalizes that everything is okay. And then says, you know, she doesn't really want to share what's going on between her and Zack. The whole time she just was looking blank and lost and just, girl. Ryan and Gil kind of express that they feel like they're in the friendship area still. Not necessarily friend zone, but that is where they are. Because, of course, Gil hasn't received any kisses. But he says it doesn't bother him. And I just, again, came back and said, is her not kissing him unrealistic? This was after I just had that epiphany. Because I know how intimate kissing is for me and how it connects me to a person. And so maybe kissing for her is something just as strong, and she does not want to have that emotion cloud her judgment. But y'all tell me what you think, because you know I be just saying stuff. No, I don't, but I like to hear what you have to say. Zack is sharing that they've been intimate. Micaela did not say, and everybody's like, y'all ain't been together but for 2 days. You know, and it's just, they need to get on the same page. They aren't even having conversations. And honestly, what's his face? What's his name? Zack, he doesn't even know how to articulate how he feels to anybody but the homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, he seems like one of those people that overanalyzes and that has a lot in his mind to say, but can't get it out. That's how he seems to me. He needs to maybe write it down on paper and read it or hand it to her or something, because he doesn't seem like he can articulate his feelings very well. When they ask Johnny if he is attracted to Bao, he hems and haws and he goes around those bushes again. He likes to go around those bushes. And finally says he's somewhat attracted to her. Well, what does that mean? Like, physically, he likes her body. He likes the way she looks. And he says, I'm not attracted to her personality. She's too much of an introvert. She's probably got some dry humor. She does not seem like she has a lot of, like she's reserved. But we heard her friend say, get to know her, open up. You're gonna find that she is vulnerable. That she, you know, has a lot of love to give. You know what I mean? Like, these people most of these people never give it a chance to grow for real. Bao shares that she feels like Johnny has commitment issues. She hit the nail on the head. Because when you think about how anything goes wrong, he's ready to run. He might have commitment issues because of his relationship with his father and the relationship between his father and his mother. Like, that's a whole ass commitment issue right there. He, you know, probably had very little examples of what following through with a relationship actually looks like. But of course, this is all guessing, right? I'm just guessing and pulling shit out the air. Like, you know. But she also says he has a checklist of this perfect wife. And he admits to having that too. And listen, it's unrealistic. Nothing or no one is perfect. Another telltale sign that Zack is done is the fact when he asked the question, what happens if this does not work? That is a telltale sign that he has already left in his head. He has already made the conclusion, came to the conclusion that she's not for him because she doesn't know how to, I just seem so much closer to y'all. Like I did something. Like she does not know how not to be excitable, volatile, toxic, right? In his mind, it's over. Red flag, not a yellow flag, not be cautious, but it's done. And then of course this is where we see that or find out how, of course, we are reminded of how sensitive Johnny is, to the point where he gets, he hugs him with 2 arms over because he's crying. He gonna be crying all the time, the whole time. He is, isn't he? Listen, that's the end of the show. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what you thought about episode 8. I feel like we can go live on Friday if you're into it. Let me know down below in the comments and we can talk about 6 and 7 and maybe 9. Because am I going to have 9 up on Thursday? I don't know. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Married at First Sight season number 12, 13, episode number 8. I'll have it right next time. If it's your first time visiting my channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button to become a ray of sunshine. Click the notification bell and you'll be alerted when I upload videos. I hate to tell y'all I won't be doing put a ring on it because, you know, the cat is out the bag that, you know, Darian and Alexia was a whole fake host. I didn't get a chance to watch Little Black Book 91's interview with him, but I definitely want to. I definitely need to find the time to after I catch up with all my own stuff, okay? Like this video because you like me and I will know that it's real. Share it with your friends because we're not even halfway through. Or are we halfway through? They have time to join in on the conversation. We have a good conversation. Yes, we do. I I love you in real life and want every good thing that God has in store for you. Even if you don't know what that is for yourself, hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next review.